Why do you love me? Such meaningful, beautiful questions.
Yeah.
What's your favorite ritual of ours?
That's easy.
I know what you're going to say.
That's easy.
Steak night.
Okay. When you think about the first time we met, what do you remember feeling?
Oh my God.
Is that what you thought? Oh my God.
No, I thought,
Oh my God.
wow, look at that chest and those arms.
That's what I should have been saying.
Golden grams.
Yeah.
He had a great t-shirt on, very cute smile. I'd like to get to know this guy a little better.
Cool. Very cool.
Describe the moment you realized that I was in love with you. God, that's a good question.
Well, I would have said it was the first time that we kissed. But there were on again and off again times after that. So I would say...
It wasn't when I saw you in the Golden Graham shirt?
No.
Oh.
I think it was when you finally got rid of that boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, he was kind of cramping the style a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I finally ditched him, that's when you knew that you were good to go with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was my first clue. What's one piece of clothing of mine that you wish you could burn and why? So over the years, there's been a number of pieces. And you have burned them.
Did burn.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The floppy shorts, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Gym shorts, completely frayed.
Well, you know, when things are comfortable,
Trim
they're
hanging
comfortable.
down, holes in the groin.
Yeah.
Completely. Probably every one of your socks with a hole in it, I would like to burn.
Great.
I'd like to burn the undershirts with the holes.
There's none of those. We got rid of all of those.
I put them in the rag.
There you go.
Oh, if you could go back to any point in our relationship and give yourself advice, what would it be and when?
I think those early days.
The early days? What do you mean?
The on again, off again days. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give
I'm
yourself?
just kidding. Yeah, no. You know, it probably, like when the kids were young, and I knew this at the time, everybody's telling me this, is like, you know, you try to spend as much time with them, but it's also when you're trying to develop your career, you know, and I think about like working every Saturday, missing all those baseball games and soccer games. And I knew it at the time, and people used to say, you know, enjoy it, but you're kind of trying to plow through it, develop a career, a relationship, try to make some money, try to pay some bills, you know, and, you know, and if I were in that same position today, I'd probably do it the same way, but, you know, but that might be some advice, and you know, pay attention to some of the things I didn't pay attention to down the road, you know, early on, and just sometimes I get too buried in the work. I
know you do.
Oh, and maybe that's just out for other things. I don't know. So
I thought of something right away when I looked at that
What's
question. I don't know. There was kind of a rough patch in our marriage where we kind of grew apart a little bit, and we weren't really talking that much, and there was some underlying stressors, I think, that were kind of forcing us apart. And I just wish that during that time I had been more open, or, you know, we had been more open with each other.
Yeah. And, that was that was probably the darkest cloud, and that whole time we went through. And
that was horrible.
That issue with thing one and all of that. And
yes.
Yeah. So.
So that was a lot of stress for a number of years, and I think it could have made us stronger had we pulled together more. But we almost fell apart, and it was kind of scary to me that almost happened. But we got through it ultimately.
Yeah, thankfully.
What is the pain in me that you wish you could heal? That's a very interesting question.
Your mom.
I don't think that'll ever heal.
Yeah.
But you get it. So I appreciate those chocolate covered cherries every Christmas from Santa.
When are you most worried for me?
You just push yourself too hard. I just feel like I said this before, you don't recognize when you need to take time for yourself. And I wish you had more perception to your own self-care needs.
Okay, sounds good.
It sounds good, but...
Sounds good.
Well, because I feel like we're in this marathon, and the farther along we get, the more tired we are. So if you don't,
Yep. Okay.
got to take time and do things that you enjoy, which you do, and
Okay.
I'll work on it. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Oh, when is the last time you considered ending this relationship, and why didn't you?
The last time?
Last time you considered it. Yes, I gotta dump her.
Back when we were dating and you still had the boyfriend.
I know. I jerked you around a lot for that. Yeah. I am sorry. I thought I knew what I wanted. As it turns out, I didn't.
Yeah. Let's flip that question around. Oh, you got to read it again. When's the last time you thought of ending this?
I've never considered it. I have never considered it.
Okay.
I have not considered it.
Okay.
I mean, I did it a few times years ago.
Okay, good.
But no, since we've been married, never even thought about it. Not an option.
Okay.
The kids would never let us split up.
What is something we haven't talked about yet but should? Thing two? No, I'm just kidding.
I think we need to talk more about ways that we can move toward retirement. And
that's one of those questions I avoid.
I got the avoidance body language going on. But you need to be able to see an end in sight, and you need to be able to, we both do need to have something to look forward to, something a little more manageable.
Yeah, but we talk about that.
So we've started to, talk about different things, but I think we need to explore that a little bit more.
Okay.
And we should probably do a couple of long-term planning things just to get them crossed off the list. How do you see my impact as a mother in our children?
Well, I mean, you did a great job with them. I mean, they're all good kids. I mean, they're respectful, and I mean, there's nothing bad you can say about any of them. And I don't know, you always kept them, but you always kept them busy when they were younger. You kept them involved with things. You kept their mind going. It wasn't like you just threw them in a room with a Game Boy and went out with your girlfriends. I mean, it was you dedicated your life to those kids when they were younger, and it shows.
Thank you.
Oh.
I don't know if I ever heard that from you.
It goes back to one of the other questions. I felt like
it was my job. I mean, I felt like this is my job.
Well, you took it seriously.
I did. I took it very seriously.
Well, no, because you would also get involved.
Oh, I got a little too involved.
or you would get involved with the school. You'd volunteer this, you'd volunteer that, and you were always there, field trips and whatnot. I mean, and they appreciate that, and you can see that today. So,
Your turn.
If this were to be our last conversation, what is something that you never want me to forget?
Oh, that question. That's another one. I mean, just the obvious. That your love in our family has meant the world to me. And it always will.
Yeah.
And if I'm ever not here, you need to have a strong relationship with those kids. Everybody needs to stick together. I don't know. I can't imagine you not being around, conversely. It's just a scary place where my brain really doesn't want to go.
Okay.
Because I've seen a friend go through that and it's no fun.
Okay.
What does our love feel like?
I would say it feels like a big, fluffy cotton blanket. Because it's warm, it's soft, it keeps us covered, it keeps us together, it keeps us warm, and it's something that you reach for when it's cold.
You know me, I'm always cold.
Well, now you answer that.
No, I
can't
agree.
use the same analogy.
I can't top that. I can't.
Come on, what does it feel like?
I can't top that.
Sure you can.
I just feel like, not to be as, poetic about it, but I could be really out of sorts about something and something would be really bothering me. I'm a little sensitive, things bother me. And the minute I, talk to you about it, it's automatically better. So I feel like it's just comfort and safety and just acceptance no matter what. That's just kind of what having you is like.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to explore your relationship, we have the end relationship card games available at our store at theskindeep.com/shop. Thank you so much.